Hello guys, I hope everybody is fine. In today's video, I'll be telling you tips and tricks how to succeed in your end term examination, what kind of a strategy that you should basically adopt if you want to succeed in this particular subject. Now coming to some of the requests that I have been getting on YouTube, I have jotted down some strategies for you all. Obviously, I'm not going to reveal all the questions, any questions I'm not revealing, because I guess my lectures will be useful enough for you to clear those multiple choice questions. But again, there are some things that you need to look out for certain number of topics. Now, as we all know that you all are studying after midterm. After midterm means there will be 3 units that you need to cover. All those units are, so I'm talking about first strategy is that your units to cover. So in your entire syllabus, there are 6 units, but there are 3 units like unit number 4, 5 and 6 that are studied after midterm, that contains maximum weightage. But the problem in this particular subject is every unit is linked with one another. Like for an example, unit number 4 is linked with unit number 5, and unit number 5 is actually linked, unit number 5 and unit 6 are also very linked. So if I say that there will be 15 questions from unit 5, 15 from this and 15 from this, it may be true, but it is not always. Why? Because 4th and 5th are entirely related units, and obviously context free grammar, and context free grammar is accepted by PDA, so these are linked topics. So but maximum our maximum questions that you will get will be from unit number 4, 5 and 6. Now coming to unit number 1, 2 and 3, so you will be having total 45 questions from unit 4, 5, 6, but again it is not always that it will get 45. Why? Because we have unit number 1, 2 and 3, and third unit is actually linked with unit number 4. Why? Third unit is actually the concept of grammars, and in grammars there are 4 types of grammars like regular grammar, context free grammar, context sensitive grammar and unrestricted grammar. Your unit number 3 is covering all the grammars and all the languages, that includes context free grammar as well. So you may get more questions from unit number 3, but minimum 5 and 5 are expected, but again that is on the dependency. You may get more from this unit considering it is having the dependency with unit number 4. So the first part is that the marks breakup that I told you, this is first number strategy. Second number strategy is that I am basically going to include the instruction plan with every lecture, with every video link. So the video link is already published on YouTube, and I'm having the instruction plan with all of you, the instruction plan shared, and every lecture is having a particular link so that all lectures are not missed, everything is synchronized. That file will be shared with you shortly. Then that file will be shared to you after in this description box. You can see that particular file link, download it and sync it accordingly. Now the third important topic, third important things are that you need to have multiple choice questions that you are actually practicing. There are some sites such as San Foundry and IndiaBix where some of the questions that can be practiced, but I again would request all of you that some questions you can practice after you study everything, because directly if you are just cramming all the MCQs with ABCD, maybe the questions may not come from these sites, but if they do come, do practice all the topics first and then practice that San Foundry and IndiaBix site. They have good questions, but some questions are not right as well. So again, that is all the important multiple choice questions. But for additional help, I'm basically including one PDF that has all the multiple choice questions from this syllabus, and I have got it from internet. I'll paste the downloading link on that. I did get from internet, but only practice those questions if your syllabus is complete. Don't practice this and don't learn multiple choice questions, because there are this is a very huge huge subject with various various topics which are there. So I would advise all of you to cover the topics and then practice multiple choice questions. The fourth strategy I would tell you is that we have a textbook which is named as KLP Mishra. It has various good questions, various good multiple choice questions from all the units. So try to practice all the multiple choice questions from KLP Mishra book. I am pasting the downloading link of KLP Mishra book in the description box as well. So the maximum you practice, the more chances you get to score good marks in this particular subject. The fifth number strategy is that guys, this subject I would advise all of you, it cannot be covered in 1 or 2 days. So the strategy is that you need to cover some of the very important topics like context free grammar. Context free grammar, if I talk about context free grammar, so this is a very vast topic. Why? Because it involves all the topics like leftmost derivation, rightmost derivation, then there is derivation tree. From this we will have a leftmost derivation is linked with LLK grammar, a rightmost tree is linked with LRK grammar. So again, your unit number 5 and unit number 4, they are totally linked with one another, and the derivation tree is actually your parse tree. So the questions that you can get is that you will be getting a particular language. For example, let's say this language is there, ABA, and you have to find out whether this belongs to a particular grammar or not. So again, you can use leftmost derivation in that case to find out whether it is belonging or not. So it means context free grammar is very vast. So because you have just studied context free grammar, so there are some topics like is your CNF, which is Chomsky normal form. So Chomsky normal form, again, it is all dependent on what kind of topics? It is all dependent on simplified grammar. So simplified grammar can only be achieved if you have first number that the grammar is a reduced grammar. Then it should be away from unit productions or null productions, and then CNF is made. If CNF is made, GNF is there. So if I want to tell you the important topics out of it, there are many topics that are very much interlinked with one another. Tough to tell you, but these are the very important topics that you need to cover in unit number 4. So your unit number 5, if I talk about unit number 5, so your unit number 5 is entirely based on your push down automata. So in push down automata, there are two types of push down automata as well, which is DPDA and NPDA. So the difference is very simple. If a state given a particular input goes to a single state, it is DPDA, but if it goes to two states with same input, it is non-deterministic push down automata. I have covered everything regarding push down automata in various in using non-deterministic push down automata. So what kind of questions you can expect from them? Again, they are tuples. They can be many, but there are 7 tuples in this particular push down automata. So again, push down automata can be converted to CFG. CFG can also be converted to push down automata. So these topics also, and there are certain number of rules that are there. So you can be asked CFG, if we are converting from CFG to PDA, so how many number of rules we have? So again, so there are many, there are 2 rules that we basically use. So again, it is all understanding, and push down automata is again with CFG and PDA, and there are many questions like, for an example, A par n, B par n, n greater than 0. So it is by default accepted by which particular word from which, and it is by default solved by which automata. So we all know that push down automata by default solves this. It can be solved by linear bound automata and Turing machine, but by default push down automata. Particular topic, if I talk about unit number 6, so your unit number 6 is also pretty vast. So unit number 6, we have a Turing machine. So guys, we all know Turing machine can be represented in many ways. One way is using transition table. I have covered the video of that. One way is using transition diagram. The earlier two videos of Turing machine are using this. Then we use a Turing machine by using instantaneous description. Guys, this topic, I would say that this topic is a very tricky topic, using instantaneous description. So watch the video very carefully, because there are many questions that can be formed from that. Many questions like Q naught, A, and what is the next particular answer. So there are two different answers that can be formed when Q naught is given A. So when Q naught is given A, what happens? Q naught changes to Q1, this A changes to X, and we are moving in right direction. So it means the answer of this can be Q1, X and R. So they can ask you this question, that what happens after this is done. So again guys, this is all your understanding. This is instantaneous description. Apart from that, there are many topics like representation of Turing machine. There are very variants of Turing machines. So your variants of Turing machines can be your multi-tape Turing machine, multi-track Turing machine, your non-deterministic Turing machine. Again, non-deterministic and deterministic one, the meaning is clearly same. A single input given to a particular state and gives a single output. Deterministic, if it gives two output, it is non-deterministic. So there are many different variants of Turing machines that can be studied. After variants, there are two types of problems, decidable and undecidable, and halting machine being an example of undecidable problem. So these multiple choice questions can be studied. I would advise all of you to just go through KLP Mishra book. I have pasted the link of KLP Mishra book. I have pasted the link of IP. I have given some sample multiple choice questions. It is all your basic understanding of all the topics. Just go through it and let's see how much these lectures help you. I would like to thank all of you to give me that particular support. I'll be continuing this particular lecture tutorials, whether it is placement oriented or whether it is gate oriented material. So you will see me throughout. All share and comment and share it to maximum audience. It will help for sure. Thank you.